Okay, something easy. Rush Hour.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? When you boot up the DVD, that's exactly how it starts. It'll play that with a floating Chris Tucker head, and then it just cuts to the main menu.
Welcome to Vouch for Me. That's right, guys. This week we're doing Rush Hour, and that's from 1998. And I don't know if you guys have seen it recently, but it is a blast from the past. It is so fucking good. What is the tagline for that movie? It's literally insane.
The fastest hands in the East meets the fastest mouth in the West.
I cannot believe this movie at all. I love Abel introduced it to me once upon a time, and I know I saw it growing up a handful of times because it would come on reruns all the time.
It was on TV all the time, yeah.
Yeah. And so then going to your house and seeing you had the set, you had all three, Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3 on DVD. It's just hilarious to me. But that's right, guys. I picked this week, but it's just because I knew Abel loved it and I knew we would have a fantastic time talking about it. And I know fucking Papa Nasty has seen it.
Yeah, too many times.
I think he's seen it.
Too many times.
That was sinking into you, bro. We were like,
so sorry, guys. He hasn't watched the movie yet this week for the episode.
And call me Ablehalm Lincoln over here. No,
Damn.
no. I actually didn't see the first one until like recently. Actually, like a couple years back. I've only seen the second and third one. I never watched the first one.
interesting.
Oh, that's random.
Yeah.
How the hell that happened to you?
I don't know. Yeah, I never seen the first
Just
one.
how sometimes things play out.
I looked at the reviews of the two sequels just to kind of compare them to this one, and of course they slowly go downhill in terms of quality by critics, but overall the audience still loves each of the movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say watch your trash mouth. The second and third one are still pretty good.
I personally like the second one best.
Yeah, the second one was good.
Okay. Wait, tell us more. What the heck? The one that's where they go to Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Yep, the one where they're in China and then it ends in Vegas.
Is that where they do the you joke? No, it
No,
is
that's
you.
the third one. That's the third one.
No, it's the second
I
one.
think they use that. No, they use the part in the trailer for the third one. They use the part where he's interrogating the French Chinese dude, and he was like, "Speak English." He was like, "I think he's speaking French." What kind of Chinaman don't speak Chinese, or like what kind of Chinaman speaks French? Something like that. I'm pretty sure Chinaman's a racist term.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
And that's coming from Abel, the non-racist racist person in the group.
it's called studying history.
What's insane about this movie is the fact that it plays on. They're relatively serious movies, and the big joke of the movies is whenever anyone's just blatantly racist towards one another.
Basically,
Yeah, exactly. The first half of Rush Hour is just Chris Tucker making racist remarks at Jackie Chan, and since he was a deaf comedy comic, a deaf comedy jam comic. I don't know how to call it.
Deaf Comedy Jam.
I've always heard, deaf comic,
You
deaf
got it.
comic. I
Spell it out.
don't fucking know.
Deaf
But he's
Comics?
not deaf.
No, it's damn. I don't know how to say it.
it's DEF.
Yeah, it's Deaf DEF. Yeah, you got it.
He was on a show where everyone was allowed to be hella out of pocket, and so
Wait, why'd you say hella out of pocket like that, Eric?
He's channeling his inner hood.
I know.
Hey, Eric grew up in the ghetto. Okay, he's got the pass.
No, I grew up in the projects,
Oh.
but I didn't. I didn't hang out in the streets with anybody. I just pulled weeds and avoided my neighbors.
He grew up in the white people ghetto.
No, we had Mexican neighbors, but there were white neighbors as well. All right. Okay. Although predominantly there are a lot of just poor white people who lived around us. But, and then we had some Mexican people that lived behind us.
Yeah.
But all I know is no matter how loud we were screaming when my dad was beating us, no one called the cops. So,
Yeah, because the cops don't ever come to the projects.
and now and then I'd hear people screaming from the house behind me, and we wouldn't do anything either. So, well, we kept it all a secret.
Yeah.
They let me jump in their backyard when I'd go running from my mom. So, they didn't stop me. It was a good time.
Small tangent real quick. I just remembered this one post where this guy was tweeting that we need more black capitalists to fix black poverty, and like, motherfucker, white capitalists haven't even solved white poverty. Why do you think black people are gonna bring you up out of poverty? Like, once people get rich, they don't help nobody else. That's the entire point of these fuckers being rich.
Yeah, we need capitalist people to take people out of poverty is kind of like what they're trying to say, but it ain't working. This whole fucking conversation is going to be fantastic because
There's something trickle down, it ain't economics.
we get to talk about a bunch of funny racist jokes, and none of us are black or Asian. So this is the perfect day to have our intern on, my girlfriend, who's both black and Asian, but we missed that opportunity, guys.
Ooh.
And every time I would make a joke, I would pull her into frame just to be like, it's okay. I'm not going to do that. So,
She vouches for us. No, okay.
Sometimes.
Abel, do you like this movie more than Dumb and Dumber?
Ooh.
Hard to say.
Ooh.
I know, exactly. Be honest with us.
It's makes me think of that fucking line from George Lopez where it's like, they're both beautiful, don't make me choose. I know. I would say the way I'd put it is I would say I like this movie better. Dumb and Dumber just has a more nostalgic place in my heart.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I respect that.
Both movies are very quotable, honestly. Like sometimes I would quote both of them all the time. Like whenever it gets slow at work, I'll just say the same thing Lloyd did when he killed that owl at the party. Like, well, this party sure died.
It's so stupid. Yeah, there are, after rewatching Rush Hour, I realized like certain phrases that you can't help but think, at least, if not quote.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's always a good one. And then always it's the, whoa, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So fucking good, dude.
G14 classified.
Oh my God. Damn. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. And so Rush Hour came out in 98 and they did it for $35 million. Also, it was a struggle for them to get that budget, apparently, which is so fascinating to me. And then at box office, $244 million.
Comedies are usually low budget.
Yeah, comparing that to Dumb and Dumber, which came out 4 years prior, Dumb and Dumber was cheaper, $17 million, but then it made roughly the same amount of money, which was about $240 million.
Their profit margins were bigger.
Was Rush Hour?
Rush Hour cost a little bit more. I mean, it's still negligible. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it costed, 30-something million to make, but they made $244 million.
They all got paid.
Yeah, everyone got paid.
Rush Hour what got Jackie Chan to American stardom? Because he's always been popular in China.
Rumble in the Bronx did
Okay.
a couple years prior.
Yep. So he was he was actually been active since the 60s, doing, like, first and foremost, he was like a side character, extra, yeah, he was more of a side character. He becomes a star, and then finally he gets introduced to American audience.
I remember he was in one of Bruce Lee's films as a random goon that Bruce Lee fights, and he famously said in one of the fight scenes, like it's obviously for show they're not supposed to actually be fighting, but Bruce Lee decked him pretty hard in the fucking nose or something. And like in between cuts, Bruce Lee was like, "Are you good, man? You good?" And he was like, "I'm working with Bruce Lee. I need to act tough." I was like, yeah, I'm okay, but my nose is just throbbing. Something along those lines.
But he took America by storm when he was introduced, right? Like everybody loves Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Still do.
They love him so much they made a cartoon about him.
Yeah, Jackie Chan Adventures.
I forgot about
Real
that.
certified hood classic. That show was fire.
Bro, did you watch that, Papa Nasty?
Yeah, bits and pieces. Yeah. I can never get the timing of it though. It was always like on at the most randomest hours, right? Because it was Warner Bros.
Yeah.
And then they switched networks at one point because it used to be on Kids WB, and then at some point they were putting reruns on Cartoon Network.
I just need to nail this down really quick. So that show was they were getting the talismans that gave them powers, but then at some point something magic happened and all the talismans switched what their abilities could do to one, like there was something ridiculous.
They switched the abilities, and then they had to look for like a different set of artifacts or something, because originally the talismans were like part of like Shendu, the dragon's powers, but then they like awakened the spirits of like the other demon god things that worked alongside Shendu, and Shendu had to like play a pissing match of authority between all these other guys who are now trying to come in to be the new bad guys.
And so Jackie Chan played a character, right? He didn't play himself in this cartoon.
No,
right?
the character was based on him, actually. I don't think he voiced him.
No, okay. That makes more sense.
I could have sworn like the character was voiced by someone else, but the character was ultimately based on him.
I was looking it up right now.
I know they called him Jackie, but yeah, was that? Maybe it wasn't his voice.
No, the character was called Jackie Chan, but I think he might have been voiced by someone else.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But he was supposed to be like a fictional version of Jackie Chan.
Okay, don't yell at me, Abel. Jesus.
I'm not yelling.
James C as Jackie Chan, you're right. So they used Jackie Chan's likeness. That's crazy. Bro made money like straight up off of his likeness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And they would do like little things at the end of the episode where they interview the real Jackie Chan about random shit before just playing credits or something.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'd ask some questions, right? It was like, Jackie, what age did you lose your virginity? Jackie,
Yeah, I remember, and like they'd be interpolated with like cuts of him doing workouts or something. I remember watching him like doing push-ups, but on like his knuckles or something like that.
Bro, is this what inspired you to work out without realizing it? What the heck?
A lot of things did.
Dude, you want to hear the lore? You want to hear the crazy ass lore? Okay, we're going back to this discussion about Rush Hour shortly, but first of all, fuck you guys. You're going to hear about our lives. Here's the crazy lore. Yeah, sure. We did weight training in high school, and that kind of got me inspired to learn how to work out. But Abel was the first one to get us a YMCA membership because of his mom. And then we only started going to the YMCA because you wanted to, Abel. So really, if anyone got me into working out, it was Abel.
I was born and I was addicted to the pump, I guess.
Addicted to the pump, boy.
Like, I can't even think of like what necessarily was motivating me at the time. I think it was just I was feeling these gains at school at the gym, and then I just decided to want to keep pushing it. And then also I wasn't doing too much at home, so I literally would just bullshit at the gym for like 3 hours. I'd be done with my workout and just be hanging there walking the track.
And then Abel would establish, I mean, I'm not one to talk because I did the same thing, but Abel would start long-term friendships with females that he was in love with. And I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I'm not one to talk.
You're a dog,
I
Abel.
cried in like
lonely.
11th grade, but I'm sure that might have influenced you a little bit. You're like, all right, let's go to the gym, get a pump going.
Yeah, we were lonely high school boys with a lot of testosterone and no outlets for it.
Maybe you were inspired by Jackie Chan all along, dude.
Ooh, there we go.
I'd say a little bit of Rocky was in there. I was in there listening to the Rocky theme while I was running.
I feel like your dad definitely loves the Rocky movie. Does he love the Rush Hour movies? I bet he does.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he thought they were funny as hell.
I bet you he could quote those all day.
Maybe. He likes to throw little quotes around here and there. He used to quote Jurassic Park a lot.
That's funny.
You guys never watched Pumping Iron growing up?
Nope.
What?
What's that?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay. Here we go.
I already know what Papa Nasty's going to put on during the party next Saturday.
Yup.
Yeah.
Movie night.
Movie night. Pumping Iron.
So taking it back to the discussion about Rush Hour before the fans hate us and, fucking
For dragon ass.
assassinate us. So Chris Tucker was chosen to do this film as well, which I think you guys have said they have some pretty great chemistry, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. But before Chris Tucker was even chosen, and I always find this funny just from learning about this recently. But so the whole thing was Jackie Chan was in Rumble in the Bronx, and it turns out that people were like, bro, putting a Chinese guy in the ghetto is hilarious. We should do more of that. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
And they're like,
Okay.
they're like, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna need some like funny black guy to be in it too, especially since like Def Comedy was going so well. And so their choices were Martin Lawrence, who was actually the host of the Def Comedy Jam, Wesley Snipes, who was big at the time, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, who were all doing well because comedy was picking up. But Murphy was offered the role, but he turned it down to do a movie called Holy Man, which we don't remember, but it apparently starred Jeff Goldblum as well as him, so that's fucking awesome. Snipes ended up doing Blade. He's so well known for that, so good choice there.
He made the correct career move.
And then finally they did offer it to Martin Lawrence, but he said, that's not a lot of money, bud.
Not a
Oh.
lot of money, Joe.
Yup. And so that didn't happen. And then finally they came down to Chris Tucker. They offered him the role. He took it. And then, as we can see from the B footage from the film itself, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker have crazy chemistry.
Yeah, they quickly almost became like best friends, like at least like on set coworkers.
Yeah.
One of my favorite little bits is from I love how they do those outtake reels at the end of the movie. In the second one, they're shooting like the ending of the film or something, and Chris Tucker gets a phone call and he answers it while they're shooting, and he's like, "I'm filming, man. Like, call me back later." And then he just goes like, "I'm filming, man. I'm looking Jackie Chan right in the eye right now." And then
That's
just
great.
wait a second. Then he goes like, "No, you can't speak to Jackie Chan." And then he just hands the phone over to Jackie Chan, and then Jackie gets on the phone. He's like, "We are filming right now. You waste our film." He hands it back to Chris Tucker, and he is like, "Call me back 7 o'clock." And then he hangs up.
Dude, Abel is fucking. He's got once again the human soundboard. And when Abel does when Abel does Asian accents, it doesn't even sound racist. It just sounds like he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Great job,
Well,
Abel.
he's not squinting the eyes. That's why we're just like, don't
Yeah,
squint him,
exactly.
Abel. Don't squint him.
That's why I can't do the Asian accent because I'm always squinting my eyes.
Oh,
So they're
dude,
gonna
I was.
think-
Oh my!
they're
You
gonna
stole
think
it
that I'm
from me.
racist.
You stole it.
They're
I was
gonna watch this and be like, "Yeah, they're gonna." I know. I had to beat you to it, dude. I had to beat you to it. I knew it. I knew
gonna
it
say,
was going.
If we were still doing audio podcasts only, then this joke would have just slid under the radar.
That's why I always wear sunglasses, because no one can see the.
Yeah, because he's drunk as fuck. He gets a lazy eye. Oh my god!
I'm seeing double. I'm looking.
Did you watch this one by yourself, Papa Nasty, or did you watch it with Mama Nasty?
Oh yeah, me and Mama Nasty, we made love. We had dinner,
Okay.
and then we watched it, and then we laughed, and then we fell asleep.
Aw.
Yeah.
Does she really liked it too? Has she
Yeah.
seen it before?
Oh yeah, she's a big fan of the Rush Hours.
Right? Why do they hold such a hold such a place in our hearts? I don't know
because
if
they're
it just
funny.
well, they're funny, but I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty of funny movies, but something about it was so wholesome and funny. That's why I loved it.
It's it's a classic buddy cop with a splash of John Wick humor, and then like PG.
Chemistry makes it just feel more real.
Yeah, PG-13, a little PG-13 violence, but nothing crazy. You don't really see any blood if you notice. You see a splash of it, but you don't see anything crazy. And then, like you said, Jackie never like kills anybody, just like knocks him out, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it's surprisingly a family film.
Papa Nasty and I were talking, and Jackie Chan was the original John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what do they say? Prove me wrong, or what's that guy who sits at the table, and then he says, "Correct me," or something, or argue with me, something stupid. I know you know it. I can see Abel cooking over there. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Tell me I'm wrong though. How is Jackie Chan not the original fucking John Wick?
Yeah.
I mean, like I think like the John Wick movies were like inspired by like the John Woo style movies, which were kind of like a lot of them were like take place in like Shanghai or whatever, stuff like that. They're like violence action movies type deals.
Yeah, but instead of kung fu, it was gung fu. That's what I heard somebody call it that recently. Isn't that pretty good? Gung
In
fu,
Equilibrium, it was gun kata.
gun kata. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
In Equilibrium, you ever seen Equilibrium?
No, that's not the one where they bend the bullets.
No, that's Wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Equilibrium is has Christian Bale and Sean Bean. Sean Bean, like Sean Bean always does, he dies in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. But it's like some like post-apocalyptic 1984 Fahrenheit 451-esque movie where like in the far future people are not allowed to feel anything, or they have the emotion police come and kill them because emotions ruin society or somewhat. And also like people are not allowed to like read poetry, watch movies, or like any kind of like artistic things.
Damn.
That's a great world to live in.
And the fucking the emotion police that show up for them, Christian Bale's character is one of them. They're trained in like this form of martial arts / gung fu type of fighting style called gun kata, which allows them to use guns in close quarters to fight each other and shit like that.
Ooh.
Abel, now it's your job to connect that back to Rush Hour.
So we have guns and kung fu.
All right, continue. That's not enough. Come on, to bring it back. Come on, you can do it.
There's the scene where Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are like fucking around waiting to like make the move on this joint, and so they're killing time by practicing disarming each other.
Nicely done. There we go. He brought it all the way back around. What's crazy about this movie, I love in the beginning when so of course, at the beginning of the movie, they hate each other's guts. And then later, you do really enjoy the movie because they start developing a friendship. But tell me, I have a question for you guys. Based off the beginning of this film, and then maybe towards the end, is Carter a bad cop? Is he just like not good at his job?
He's a terrible cop. He was on the verge of getting suspended because he refuses to follow protocol.
Yeah. I would say he's at the end of the day, he's still saving the day. Yeah, he's more reckless than terrible, because terrible would imply that he's not getting the job done. But yeah, he's reckless. He doesn't follow protocol. He's definitely.
What job did he get done while we were watching, though? That's what's crazy. Like, he immediately, he threw the first one, because essentially he was working Vice, right? Where he was pretending to be.
Yes.
He was an undercover dealer. He was like trying to buy C4 off this guy. He was like there to make sure, like, is this guy actually selling the contraband that we suspect him of selling? And oh shit, yep, he actually is.
Yeah.
At one point, so when I was younger, I didn't think too much of it. But like when so at the beginning when he's doing that bust on that guy, and he has him pop the trunk, and there's C4, and he's like, ooh, that's nice, that's tight, that's beautiful. What's that? And he was like, that's C4. And a part of me is like, didn't think too much of it, but nowadays I'm like, if he was wearing a wire, that'd basically be him hoping that the other guy admits, like, yeah, that's C4 in the trunk. And like, oh, yep, he admitted that's what's in the trunk.
Yeah, no, that's so good. And then but then he just has literally the worst luck ever with the 2 cops showing up.
Yeah, the beat cops came in.
Yeah, no, it completely threw everything on, like, it completely threw a wrench in everything. It fucked up the whole fucking deal.
Now, okay, you ready for science? Because I feel like Abel, you know enough about C4 because of your hobbies, right? What you do in your free time, and then you go.
What the fuck does that mean?
And wait a minute, no.
Hey, remember my nickname was Akbel Muhammad.
Well, you said it. You heard weird.
No, guys.
That's what Oscar used to call me.
No. I was telling him that the other day because Papa Nasty's like, oh, Ablehalm Lincoln has really like embraced his name, and I was like, yeah, it's because it's way better than what we used to call him. Like,
You guys are a piece of shits.
Yeah, you think we're mean now? At least we're mean and funny. Back then, we were just mean and stupid.
I never really like took Oscar's nickname as like maliciously intentional.
No, he was funny. He was the first one that could like tell good jokes like that. Okay, but anyways, hilarious. But let's take it back. If he would have shot the gas tank as the car's driving away and it did in fact explode, would that have triggered the C4?
No.
Because?
C4 is incredibly stable. It's only actually set off by its own detonator. That's why it's so popular as an explosive device, both by terrorists and from military forces.
Damn.
Isn't that pretty good? Yeah, so as soon as I saw that explode, I had that in the back of my head because of Abel, and I was like, that's not realistic. Thanks so much,
like, man,
jackass.
stop it! I got C4 in the trunk.
Well, that was street C4. That's why it wasn't like legit, from Abel's basement C4.
There we go. He's got the explanation.
He's cooking. Yeah, what is it? The head cannon.
Yeah.
Great job. Yeah, so Carter probably would have done better if he would have actually had a.
And then his boss gives him a fucking reaming later.
But if he had a partner there, his partner could have helped defuse the situation while he was fucking dealing with it.
Yeah, but Carter don't ride with no partner.
Hey, but we can't black speak. Let's not. we can't. I'm just gonna say we're not supposed to do that.
What? This ain't Airplane. That scene in Airplane where she's like, "I speak jive."
No, we can't. No, we can't black scent. That's the one thing. When I'm working, I'm just gonna like tangent.
Yeah.
When I am working, of course, when I like cater to certain tables, I try to like lean in and like, oh yeah, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
No, not try to, but I'm like, and then when I have like.
Sometimes you subconsciously do it, like, you don't, I don't mean you, but like...
No, I know.
People tend to.
I can't help it. And then, like, when people come in, they sit down and they're kind of cool and they're black. I'm like, I have to fight the urge. Like, nah, you're good, bro. Oh, no.
I was talking to Haley once because she said she had, like, a bunch of, a few British people sit at her table. And, they're speaking in their British accents, and she responds to them in a fucking British accent.
No! That's incredible.
No, but to Haley's defense, she naturally every now and then does that British voice. I've heard it before when we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's not your character. Like,
she's playing her role.
No, it wasn't her character.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. If you don't have a British voice, you have a French voice. There's no in between.
Oh, there we go.
Another random tangent. Remember Hayden Abel?
Yeah.
Our old roommate Hayden told us a story about how he went to work on a fishing boat and he met a guy who was super Southern, and the guy was talking to him like, oh, Hayden, it's nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And then Hayden's like, oh, it's nice to meet you too. And then the guy was like, are you mocking me? And he's like, no, I didn't mean to do it. It just came out.
It's a psychological thing. You naturally emulate the language you hear. That's how people pick up accents.
Yes. Anyways, tangent aside.
Last tangent.
We're quoting James Carter here, guys. We're not black sending. It's not what we're doing. Yep. Don't think we're doing it. Mm-hmm. To our 300 viewers and our one person who comments, don't you dare shut us down.
I was going to add on to that tangent one last thing. Like, it's why Cillian Murphy pulled his kids out of school in London, took them back to Ireland, is because they were developing British accents.
Ooh.
Damn. And that's just disgusting.
He's a proud Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
He's proud of his Irish heritage, so he's like, my kids will not fucking speak British. I swear to God on my life.
They ain't gonna speak that fucking British.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Okay, guys, what else do we got? Tell me more things about this movie.
I wanted to talk a little bit about, so we were going into that whole Carter's a bad cop thing. I was watching the scene where his boss is just reaming into him because his partner Johnson told him he was getting suspended, and at first he was blowing it off, and then he got all scared. He's like, Johnson, who told you I was getting suspended? And then he's sitting in his meeting, and his boss is telling him, like, I just love hearing Carter try to make excuses for everything his boss says about him. When he is like, you destroyed a lot of evidence, like, we still got a little bit left. like that means anything. You destroyed half a city block. That block was already messed up.
Yeah, no, dude, he was really good, at least about like yapping, dude. He was getting himself out and into situations constantly.
2 officers were shot, 1 man lost a pinky, but nobody died.
Is it too late to give the synopsis there, Abel?
Oh yeah, Abel, cook us a synopsis. Let's hear it.
Fastest hands in the east meets the fastest mouth in the west. Boom. End of story.
We know you already said that. Come on, what's this?
That's true.
Come on, Abel.
Tell me if this is any good, Abel. A Chinese diplomat's daughter is kidnapped and taken to America. No, she kidnapped in
She was
America?
already in America. Yeah.
Fuck, I already fucked up. All right, you do it.
A Chinese diplomat's daughter is kidnapped by a crime lord from Hong Kong.
I was cooking.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, by a crime lord from Hong Kong, and said Chinese diplomat decided to invite his best friend, who is also one of the best officers in Hong Kong, to come and help out with the investigation. The FBI don't like that because they don't want to turn this into an international incident, so they recruit an LA cop to do it for them. And since Carter was already on the LAPD's shit list, they decide to give him the job, and shenanigans ensue.
Yep. And then these 2 unlikely characters become the best of friends.
And save the day.
This movie, guys, before we continue with, yapping about the movie itself, it was directed by Brett Ratner. And first and foremost, let's have a fun talk about what he directed. So he directed Money Talks, which is one of the movies that...
That's probably why Chris Tucker's name came up during casting.
Yep.
He already worked with them.
Chris Tucker started there. He went over to Friday. He had a few other things. Then he did Rush Hour, a few movies you haven't heard of. He did X-Men Last Stand.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Which I liked as a kid, but tell me right now, is it actually a good movie?
It's definitely the weakest out of the 3.
Fuck, I thought it was so good.
Well, that's because X2 was so fucking good.
Okay. He did Tower Heist, which I don't know if you guys saw that one.
That was okay. With Eddie Murphy
I liked it.
and Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yep. Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one. It was a fun little twist. It was a heist movie. And then he did Hercules 2014, which was a bomb, right?
It was okay.
I forgot that even happened.
No, it was okay. Yeah. It wasn't
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Okay, guys. 2014. Oh, what? And then he did, I guess he was an
When did Clash of the Titans come out? Maybe it's because it felt like it was ripping off Clash of the Titans.
2011 was Clash of Titans.
I want to see 2011.
He did produce some movies as well. He produced The Revenant. He produced War Dogs. He produced the Lego Ninjago movie.
He can produce peak. He just inconsistent with his movies.
Do you guys want to hear some stuff about him?
Oh boy.
I heard he's like super problematic.
Yeah, in 2017, during the Me Too movement, 6 different actresses came forward with sexual allegations against him. And before, I think the day they dropped, Warner Brothers cut ties with him.
Yeah, I always it makes the bloopers reel of Rush Hour 3 feel a little bit different, because I remember there's a part in the bloopers reel in Rush Hour 3 where Jackie Chan is obviously saying the wrong line to a certain conversation multiple times, and it keeps cutting in between. And he would be saying something different out of pocket every single time. So in the movie, he suggests to Carter, when they have Genevieve in their hotel room, he's like, maybe we should put on a dirty movie. And then, so in the blooper reel, he'll say, we should put on a dirty movie. And then he'll say some out of pocket shoes like, put on the one with the horses, or like, I'm into feet. And then I forgot which one he said, but Jackie Chan says, I forget what exactly he said, but he says something, and then Carter goes like, what? And he's like, what does that even mean? Are you trying to teach me a bad word? and he's like looking at Brett Ratner.
That's funny because I do remember that. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, these movies were fucking iconic.
Yeah, so I feel like he was just using his director power to just make him say funny shit, even if it wasn't going to be in the movie. But I think he was just like testing the water to see how comfortable his actors were saying some of these things.
Dude, we have to have a, what is that? We have to have a Freddy versus Jason, but it's going to be Brett Ratner versus...
Oh, man.
I know, you're like, where is this going to go? Nickelodeon guy.
Oh, man.
Dan Schneider?
Yeah, Dan Schneider versus Brett Ratner. Let's see who wins. You decide. Epigram.
I've got the big brain on Brett.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Okay, so this movie, hilarious in general. Some of the funniest, I mean, let's just talk about some of the things we thought were funny. That was so funny when Jackie Chan first shows up and fucking Carter. Chris Tucker, right out the gate, dude, he's just like, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Please tell me you speak English.
That's so fucked up. And then he stops at the gas station. He's like, all right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to get burrito. You want a cup of noodle or something? I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's so casually racist. It was.
Put your bag in the back. Put your bag in the back. No. You put your own shit in the back. I'm not a sky cat.
Oh my God.
It is amazing that nobody else other than Chris Tucker's character could be that racist and like get away with it. Like I don't
even think anybody else was as racist in the movie.
No, nobody. He was just like, but it's not malicious. I think that's why it's like it's a silly, a little ignorant, but not mean. So I think that's why he gets away with it.
I think it's mostly rooted in Carter just being an asshole and insensitive rather than outright racism.
Remember his partner?
There it is.
Remember his partner? He's like, hey, I'm sorry for telling everybody that we did it at the Christmas party. And she's like, what the fuck? And then
we're spreading all those rumors about us sleeping together.
Yeah, he's like, what color panties you wearing? And she's like, it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, he's just
unbeknownst to, I don't know, just like he's just. Like you said, insensitive. He just speaks recklessly. And so he just happens to be sexist and racist and all this shit. Just passively.
Abel told me a funny joke. Abel said, that's brother nasty. I was like, what? Abel.
What?
You can't say that.
Abel, you can deny these allegations. You got to.
I did want to add on, though, like his sexist attitude was apparent from the first time Johnson first appears on screen, when she's like criticizing him for going out on the job without her. And he said, it's safer for you here behind the desk, implying that he'd rather she stay behind in the office because she's a woman and should not be out doing field work as a cop.
Yeah.
Well, if Johnson would put on a bra, maybe he'd take her out.
Jesus Christ. She's gonna be running one of those things, are gonna slap her in the face.
He was about to go beat Carter's ass, and Lee stops her and he like puts his hands up, then he like quickly takes his hands off because he realizes he's touching where her breasts are underneath the fucking the bomb suit.
Yeah, that's absolute classic.
Lee's always
scene.
been a dirty dog.
Dude, can we talk about the most fucking chaotic shit that possibly happened that they can never emulate ever again? Is when they go to the bar that has the club in the back. Where Carter's cousin works there, or Carter's cousin is like the owner of that place.
Yeah.
So first of all, what Carter does have is he does have great relationships with people in the city, and so he does get the
underground connections.
He's got the inside scoop on shit. So like, that reaffirmed like, okay, so he actually isn't a bad cop. Like you said, he's just reckless. But at the beginning I was like, this dude's so fucking bad at his job. But oh my God, the best thing in the world is when Carter comes in and he says, follow my lead. And he just starts running around like,
He tells Lee, do what I do.
And so when Carter's in the fucking, he's like kicks Lee out. Lee's just sitting talking to the bartender, and he's like, "What's up, my individual from Paris?" And you're like, "Wait a minute, no!"
Yeah, because that's how Carter was greeting people when he went in there.
And so it starts a whole bar fight. But I'm like, Jackie Chan said the N-word.
He gave him the pass for the movie.
He gave him the, dude. He got Jackie Chan's the only one apparently that the pass. This is crazy.
Is he the villain for beating them all up, or is he just
no?
In that situation,
complete self-defense.
Yeah,
no, exactly.
Just because he won the fight doesn't make him the bad guy.
Yeah, but they attacked him, and I was like, okay, I can see why. Because in that scene I rewatched, and I'm like, Okay, the bartender had a point getting mad, but then the other dudes were like, "We're just gonna beat him with a pool stick." I was like, "Okay, that's a bit excessive," but it was a fun scene. But
Well, that's because the bartender was white and he got offended that he called him that,
Yeah.
but everybody else in the bar was black. So they're
wait,
like,
what?
one of them like legit grabs him, was like, come over here. You better watch your mouth.
No, the bartender was black too.
No, the bartender was white.
I will bet you $50, Abel.
The bartender is white.
Bartender's black.
The bartender was white. He goes, what did you just say?
No, dude, I guarantee. For some, I'm like, I think Abel's right just because it's
Ooh,
Abel.
I'll-
Do you forget that Abel's the mentat?
I just watched that scene.
Yeah, the bartender was white.
Was he white?
He was black, African American.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we got to look this up real quick.
I will say, while he's looking that back up, my favorite part was like right before that is when he walks in, there's that guy smoking a joint, and Carter takes it, he's like, what is this? And then he just starts giving him shit for it. He's like, you got a prescription for this? Yeah, where is it? Making fun of him for not being able to form a coherent sentence.
I got glaucoma.
He's like, it ain't nothing but a cigarette. This is a weed. Well, it looked like a cigarette.
I love that
It
line.
looked like a cigarette.
And that was the saddest little joint to ever seen ever. Holy cow. Eric, did you figure it out yet?
No, I'm still looking it up.
When he tries to reach for it and Carter just puts it in his pocket and walks away. And then after the whole bar fight, the guy's about to light another joint, and then Lee takes it, the second one. He's like, that's bad for you. And just throws it on the ground.
Yeah.
Like that scene is just hilarious front to back.
All right, you ready for it? All right, we're getting past this part. And Abel, you're so wrong.
Oh.
Hold on. I got to make sure I see him coming up to the bar. He's walking up to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And he's black. I was like, why would a white guy work there?
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I see why Abel, like the lighting, if Abel's a kid watching this movie for the first time, Abel's like, I don't see race.
He's too busy making bombs. That's why.
Oh my God.
Okay, no. I'm kidding.
I thought Abel was going to be like, a black guy can't be employed. That's fucked up.
what?
Abel didn't say that. Oh,
God.
Abel.
Gosh,
No.
damn. Eric.
That's like some Boondocks shit right
Oh
there.
my
No,
God.
exactly.
Your white privilege is showing.
No, shut up.
Oh, man.
No, you can't say the shit like that. That's problematic.
Miss West is going to beat you with a stick.
Yeah, no, we're not going to get away with any of this. But yeah, I'm glad we did this movie because this is probably the craziest we can ever get on these like out of pocket little jokes. If there's anything that would ever shut down our YouTube channel, it might be this. So thank you, Vouchers, for supporting us. We appreciate
We
it.
love
It
you.
was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted. It's okay. We'll just start another YouTube channel. You can't stop us.
Are we telling the audience about another YouTube channel we might be opening up, or?
Dude, plug it. Yeah, fuck it, dude. We're not going to finish talking about this movie. Plug your goddamn show.
All right, Vouchers, we got a little surprise for you. We will be coming out with the podcast, Three Stupid Dogs. I've talked them into it, and it should be dropping very soon.
Yep.
So
We're waiting on some art. We're waiting on some artwork right now, but it's gonna be it's just gonna be just more topic based, more joke based,
Yep.
and then we're just gonna roll. We're gonna riff, and we're gonna see what happens, guys. So that's the best part.
you're gonna see Abel say
Just
some
random shenanigans.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about nerd stuff. We're gonna talk about working out. We're gonna talk about life. We're gonna talk about the past. It's gonna be a fun time.
Eric will nerd out about Sabrina Carpenter.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Abel's gonna talk about Pokemon.
Yup. All right. Let's bring it back to the present, and the present is Rush Hour. You know what's fucking? Here's the fact of the episode. Maybe
Oh,
the fact of the episode could be that Rush Hour was the catalyst for the creation of the website Rotten Tomatoes.
what?
Really?
What? Wait,
How'd we get there?
how?
Allegedly, apparently, Sen Dong, the website's founder and Jackie Chan fan, was inspired to create the website after collecting all the reviews for Jackie Chan's Hong Kong action films as they were being released in the United States. And then in anticipation for Rush Hour, which was Chan's first major Hollywood crossover, he coded the website in 2 weeks, and the site went live shortly before the film's release.
Kind of like how 9/11 led to the Ellen Show getting canceled.
What the fuck, Abel? God damn it.
Wait, but the Ellen Show isn't canceled now. Was it like the original Ellen Show, like the Ellen sitcom?
The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
Yeah.
Why did it get canceled?
So I forget exactly how this timeline goes,
Mm.
but someone said it goes 9/11 happens, Gerard Way was there, Gerard Way makes My Chemical Romance,
Mhm.
My Chemical Romance makes this song or something like that, then Twilight happens, then 50 Shades of Grey happens,
Mhm.
then some person from the show gets on Ellen, and some other shit happens, then the allegations that Ellen's actually a piece of shit comes out,
Yep.
and then Ellen gets canceled.
Oh, that show is finally canceled?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, yeah. How positive are you, Abel? Are you as positive as the bartender's white?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I know. It's a funny little like timeline of things.
What's Ellen's race? I'm just kidding. Okay. That's stupid.
Hey, how many single weeds have you had today, Abel?
Or like how Community led to the creation of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I love the random connections here. This one makes more sense because it was like the guy who likes Rush Hour made the website.
So the Community one, back in the early 2010s, before the Amazing Spider-Man came out, they're going to make a new Spider-Man movie, and so people were like putting out their fan castings. Donald Glover put his name in the ring saying he wanted to play Peter Parker. That ultimately didn't happen, and so the comics end up creating the concept of Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it was purely from the popularity of Donald Glover as his wanting to be Spider-Man. And then boom, 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 comics later, popularity increases, and then we get Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then we get the Donald Glover cameo in Across the Spider-Verse.
And you'll be able to hear more great tangents just like this in Three Stupid Dogs. But right now, we got to finish talking about the fucking movie, guys. Okay, so we had a great trivia, first of all, on Rush Hour.
Here we go.
You guys told me what you liked about the fucking movie, and now give me some more. Help me out here before we do the vouch for me. We can wrap it up soon, but
Who got kidnapped?
Soo Young.
That's interesting.
I thought that was a funny. I felt like they were like really lazy with the name.
That
there.
reminds me, So Young is also what we think of Eric's girlfriend. She is so young, but legal, but so young.
Damn. Which is
Damn.
funny because when we see Papa Nasty's girlfriend, we think so old.
Oh, Mama Nasty's gonna get.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
gonna start calling her Grandma Nasty, but we're like maybe not yet.
Oh.
But she's great at
Oh.
baking cookies, so we're fine.
Yeah, she's gonna kick your ass this week when I tell her.
I know, I'm scared. My girlfriend won't kick your ass.
Oh,
He's just
man.
gonna not show up.
Oh,
All right.
my
Anyways,
God.
that was another tangent. Once again, we're so good at this, guys. We're horrible at our jobs.
I did want to say, I remember the guy who plays Ambassador Han was also the leader of the fucking Chinese military in Arrival that we did earlier this year.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, I recognized him when I watched Arrival, and I had looked it up, and I was like, oh, yep, that's Ambassador Han.
He was pretty charming. I like that he had a good relationship with Jackie Chan because Jackie Chan was like one of his immediate bodyguards slash.
He was a close friend / co-worker of his because they were both cracking down on Juntao's criminal operations in Hong Kong. Ambassador Han built his politics career in Hong Kong by combating Juntao's criminal activities, and Lee was like the head of the task force that was going after his gang, essentially.
Yeah, plus Jackie Chan was Su Young's Shifu master.
Yeah, he personally was teaching her martial arts.
Nice. Okay. That makes sense. And that's why she would punch him in the balls all the time.
That's was it the balls or stomach? I thought it was the stomach, right?
And she also would, I like that, like, at least when she was getting kidnapped, she actually put up a fight against Sang, like, kicked him in the fucking face and
She
shit.
put up a more
hit him
fight than anybody
in
else.
the face with her necklace.
Yeah, more than Taken. I'll tell you that.
And then I liked when she was singing in the car at the beginning. That was so cute.
Mariah Carey.
That was so cute. I was dying. Adorable.
I like how later Sang was appealing to Carter's shit-talking shenanigans, fight me like a man type deal.
Mhm.
And he thought he could pull a fast one because he had a second gun, but Carter also had a second gun too.
That was great.
Yeah, and funny thing now I think about it is, like, I noticed this a long time ago, but I'm bringing it up again. It's established very early in the movie that Carter carries 2 guns on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because when Lee disarms him, when Lee disarms him after he chases him, he catches him in the fucking cab. Lee takes his gun, he gets distracted by the cab driver, and while that happens, Lee pulls out a second gun.
Mhm. You mean Carter?
Mm.
Yeah, Carter.
Yeah,
Yeah, Carter
Carter
pulls out a second gun. Yeah, so it's at least established early on that Carter carries 2 guns on him.
Those cigar weeds are hitting you, huh, Abel?
Yeah.
His proper Negronis.
Those Celsius with DMT.
So, I mean, obviously this is a funny movie, but there's still a plot to it. And so I did have some questions about the plot. So what the fuck? Who was the bad guy? Juntao obviously wasn't the Chinese guy who was fucking Lee's sworn enemy. That was just like one of his.
That was his like head lieutenant, basically.
And then Juntao was actually the British dude.
Yeah, the white dude.
Yeah. So while he was in Hong Kong, because history lesson is Great Britain basically controlled most of China's political interests for a good portion of the 20th century. And the beginning of the movie is the last day of British rule in Hong Kong. It even says on the subtitle as they're like having that dinner and speech and talking. But during his rule in Hong Kong, that guy basically ran a secret crime syndicate where he was hoarding Chinese artifacts because, like every British person,
He's a whore.
he decides to hoard treasures he likes because he thinks they look pretty.
He's also Falcone from Batman Begins.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's so much cooler as Falcone because in this one I was like, dude, you're a spaz.
Yeah.
I hated him. And then yeah, his motives were so stupid.
It was basically he's just a greedy British dude. And the reason he kidnapped Su Young is purely despite Ambassador Han for successfully reclaiming all the Chinese artifacts that he had fucking stolen because, you know, they were at the pier. He was trying to take them with him when he left Hong Kong. And, you know, Lee stopped most of that shit. And he said they reclaimed like millions upon millions worth of stuff. And that's why Su Young's bounty was like $50 million because that's how much he deemed was robbed from him by them taking back the Chinese artifacts.
Yeah, the when he was shooting at Lee, when Lee was climbing when they're on top of the building, like right trying to get to the top, that was like the worst shot, like the worst time to shoot him because there's all those things covering him. It's like, dude, you're not a marksman. What the fuck are you doing? Just wait for him to get close and then shoot him. But
he's a British politician. He's probably never actually shot at anybody.
And aren't we assuming that's C4 as well? Which
yeah, the C4 suit.
But in this universe, it's street C4, which is highly volatile. But in reality, if you shot a block of C4, it shouldn't go off, right?
It shouldn't. The only reason it goes off in Call of Duty is balancing purposes.
yeah, I was just gonna make the same joke about Call of Duty. Damn.
Nice. Good job, you fucking nerds.
Okay, fucking. What was the game you were playing when we were on vacation?
Balatro, it's incredible. It almost won Game of the Year. You know what didn't almost win Game of the Year? Call of Duty.
Yeah, I did. In my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In your heart, yeah, your heart's going to stop anytime now. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right, the Tangent Twins over here. Jesus Christ. I'm not one to talk. I really did drag it out a few times. It was just good. I just thought that was a good one. Tangent Twins. The Tangent Triplets. But if we are bringing it back, I'm going to ask another question. Lee and Carter's plans were pretty stupid.
They were incredibly reckless.
Yeah, and what were they going to accomplish? Like, especially when Carter went to the place to confront Juntao.
The Chinese restaurant?
What the fuck was he going to accomplish, even if he found Juntao?
I think they were expecting to take him by surprise because he told Lee to come back him up if he doesn't come back outside soon.
But what was he supposed to do? Okay, you do get a meeting with Juntao, and then Juntao's surrounded by bodyguards.
Yeah.
And then obviously the little girl's in another room because they wouldn't have her right there.
And they know his story's full of shit. He don't have no fucking lawyer, legal advisor.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like, literally, I was so mad at all of their little antics. I was like, this is so fucking
I think that's
dumb.
why they decided to bring him into the room anyways, because they were just going to beat his ass for it.
Yeah, that could also like just showing you how Carter is as a cop, that he's bullheaded and he just rushes
He's
in.
incredibly reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost got himself killed. If Lee wasn't there, 100% would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it was just one of those scenes to show you that he acts on impulse than reason and try to be like strategic.
Yeah, but it's like, how do you? I mean, okay, all right, good point. Because I'm just like, how do you stay a cop that way? I just don't understand. Like, how does?
What's that line you always tell me, Abel?
It's not that kind of movie, bud.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Batman. Thank you. Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Come on,
you're
Abel.
right. That's true. There'd be no progression of the plot if they actually sat down and strategized their fucking plans. But then it led to hilarity. It led to fun.
Their
Kung
plan
fu.
was basically we'll show up and then we just wing it.
Yeah.
It happened with their second plan too when they showed up to the art expo too. Like, so the two of you show up to try and save the day because you know Juntao's goons are going to be there, and then what? What are you going to do? Engage in a shootout against a whole room full of Juntao's goons?
Yeah. But once again, like Papa Nass saying, it's not that kind of movie. You're not meant to overthink it. It's a good little comedy at the end of the day. Like I can't argue with it. The resolution is good, and it was good enough that they did end up making fucking 2 more movies. So who am I to talk shit? It was funny to rewatch.
It did throw a wrench in their plans when they did successfully take off Su Young's bomb vest and then bring it inside the building so Juntao wouldn't have the balls to actually blow up the whole fucking building.
That was hilarious. That was great though.
He was like, come on, you were talking about blowing some up? Come on, push the button.
And then getting the little girl in on it, getting Su Young in on
Push
it.
the goddamn button.
Yeah.
Push the fucking button.
That was
Yeah.
adorable. Oh.
You heard what she said.
Yeah. That was so good. Oh man. Do you vouch for me?
Of course.
I know Abel would vouch for me. I mean, practically it's our movie, and you're just but a dirty stepdad over here, Papa Nasty.
Oh, goddamn. I'm trying to do like the Frozen bit. Goddamn.
Dirty, greasy stepdad.
Yeah. And you're one of my dirty stepdaughters. Okay, no, this got weird. Yeah, I vouch
Do
for
you
you.
vouch for your illegitimate child?
I vouch for it.
Yeah. Kill, watch, marry.
I will marry the. No, wait, I will marry the movie.
Oh, you want to marry your? Oh, right. Anyways, yeah. Kill, watch, marry.
Mary, I already have the DVD.
I would have to. You know what? I would have to give it a watch.
Go fuck
'cause
yourself. No fucking way.
Rewatching the movie, it was cool and everything, but there was too many things that pissed me off, and I'm like, all right, the funny is funny, but then also the rest of the movie, like you said, it's not that kind of movie, but it was just enough that I'm like, what are their fucking plans anyways? They're playing this movie so serious, except for their silly little jokes, and anyways. So I'll give it a watch. I will watch it again. Don't get me wrong. I'm not killing it. I'm just saying this isn't going to the time capsule. This ain't. I'm not. Maybe one day I'll show my kid this movie, but I won't be excited.
Well, I feel like this is the only film that does really push. I think the second and third one aren't as racist, but I think,
I know. I'd say
fun.
the third one touches a little bit on the racist shit.
they get a little wild. Yeah. But I think the first one's like the most out of pocket and wild. That's why I'm like, okay, I'd still give it a marry, even though it's, there are some serious flaws in it.
What I like about the sequels is that they call back to jokes from the original movie, like in the beginning of the second one, when Carter takes the Beach Boys CD out of the CD player and throws it out of the car, and he says, "Don't you ever touch a Chinese man's CDs?" Because at the beginning of this one, he says, "Don't you ever touch a black man's radio, boy?"
That is good. That's good.
Or, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?"
And he did say he liked the Beach Boys in the first movie.
Yeah.
Deleted. That's so
And he
fucking
listens to
awesome.
the Beach Boys in his car in China.
That's pretty fucking good, guys. You have to admit. Come on. All right. Still giving it a watch though.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Oh yeah, and we never said who picked this movie. I picked this movie.
You
But,
did.
oh yeah,
Yeah, you did earlier.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you guys again. I picked this movie. I love myself. Everybody, look at me.
You little narcissist, you. It's the Eric Show, yeah. Piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm a little egocentric boy. Whose pick is it next?
I think
Not
it's
Huff and
Abel's.
Nasty, unless I'm wrong.
Do you guys know what came out on the 25th?
Wicked?
Nosferatu.
No,
Did
it comes out.
Yeah.
It comes out December 25th.
That's what I thought. But Kayla told me it already came out. Maybe she's a liar.
She might
Is
be
she
lying.
talking about probably the film festival release?
Well, she was talking about. Oh, maybe because she was talking about the popcorn bucket.
Again, if you want to bet $50, December 25th. I know because I was super excited to see it.
December 25th.
Yeah, bam.
Okay, good. I thought so. I thought she was tweaking. I was like, I said, I did the right thing. I was like, oh, babe, you're so right. You're never wrong. Wow. And then I let her talk about fucking TikTok for 25 minutes, and then I got a word in edgewise. And then why is Papa Nasty laughing so hard? He just loves it when make these dumb jokes. And I'll make them at the end of the episode too, because she won't get this far. She's never gonna get this far. Come on, we're fine, guys. Who wants to throw some more jokes in about their girlfriends? Come on, guys.
My beer fall off. God damn it.
Hey, I love my girlfriend, all right, guys? And you guys are going to both be my best man, however that's going to work. Best men? Is that going to be a thing? You guys better get ready. When I am out of debt and me and her have a house we're ready to buy and I got some money set aside, get married. And you guys are going to be my best men.
We can always wrestle for it, Abel. Be best
I'm
man.
good.
How about you guys have a Pokemon battle?
Ooh, no, wait, no. That's
Yeah, exactly.
No, that is
That's what
way
I thought.
different. Oh. Ooh, okay, here we go. Pokemon battle, wrestling, and then what would the third one be?
Oh, okay. Abel, what's the third one? Best 2 out of 3. It would be wrestling. It would be Pokemon battle, and then what's the third one? The drink off.
Oh no!
Oh God, I'd lose.
Whoever blackouts first. All right. If you think that, what would be the true neutral battle to determine who will be my best man?
A kissing match?
I don't know. You guys both win.
Deadlift.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. I know we don't want Papa Nasty will lose, but
Whoa!
I feel like if he applied himself, he could.
What? I can fucking
Yeah,
deadlift 400 pounds. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
okay. I don't want my best man to be in a fucking wheelchair, so you guys better be careful what you guys pick as the final one.
I'll even do a hex bar.
Also, you guys don't have to compete. You guys will do all these things, and then I'll say you guys both win, and then you guys will beat my ass.
Yeah, I'll smack the shit out of you, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we did the thing, guys. It's officially time. We did it in an hour. So, Alex, we appreciate you so much for all the editing and vouchers. Don't you forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will engage you if you comment because we have literally nothing better else to do. So
That is true.
yes, and please hop on Spotify, leave a 5-star review because it matters, I think. And one day we'll be in the top ones. Who cares? I don't even care. We're having a good time, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Love you, little sluts. Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.